It's time for your new business journey. 2 in 5 Americans are business owners or thinking about starting a new business. So we're going to ask our panel a question. And the question today is, how would you handle the suggestion of a new employee or entrepreneur where you know the suggestion is wrong? So let's start with our guest. Arthur, welcome to the show. What are your thoughts on that?
Thank you, Richard. I think the best thing to do is you got to listen to these people, because when they come to you, they have an idea. Maybe some of them might not appear to be very good initially, but some of them can turn out to be good later on. So if you have already experienced that it's not going to work, I would say you should just kind of hear them out and then point them to factors as to why a business like this will not do well. And that's very easy to show.
I was going to say, you don't want to, I think it's anybody that has ideas, a lot of times the ideas just start off as that, just an idea. And so, to his point, doesn't mean that it won't become something viable. So you don't want to kill that passion. So instead, it's just really drawing into, let's troubleshoot it. Let's look at the stress points, what would work, what wouldn't work. And so that they have something they can take away from that of like, okay, here's why these things maybe won't work, and maybe give them some other things to consider. So you don't kill their dreams, because a lot of dreams just start as just that, just a simple idea.
Yeah, and you want to encourage people to speak up, right? And the worst thing that can happen in your organization is people stop thinking. And it's really a great sign that they like the company and that they want to do well because they're contributing something. And so you have to handle that, I think, pretty gently, right?
I would just add that it would be a good opportunity for them to talk to other experts to get perspectives that they can bring back to the company. So have them build on their idea, flesh it out more. It may still be a bad idea, but at least they hear it from other folks, other experts outside the organization or company. You can also give them an exercise to see what ChatGPT or
Gemini. So what you're saying is tell them, don't ask you, go ask. I don't know what I'm doing.
But I love that, though. I mean, they can get a different perspective on that. Some people outside the organization, though, they may not know what would work for your organization, right? But at least they would get more information, and I think that's a great start. Yeah.
Well, I do have to tell this story. So years ago, I was a young attorney at Gerhardt Law who told Richard he should totally rebrand the firm and change the logo and hire some hot young female to sit at the front desk and do social media. And I was just like, what? Anyway, but I think that what we would typically say, or what I would say is, well, that could maybe work, but let me take it up with the rest of the team and we'll see what everybody's consensus is.
I mean, I think that idea probably would work today. Just, the whole,
like, could just go totally sexual.
Well, I don't know having a young girl at the desk doing social media is sexual. I wasn't going there. Just, that was you, not me. I didn't say that.
Well, hot young thing is what he said.
Well, hot young. Either way, I think that is a strategy by a lot of people that maybe works.
I would encourage people to come to me, because if that's what is not good today might be very good tomorrow. So, we also have some, we learn from our mistakes, and some of the mistakes we have made could be something that we probably didn't pick up on. So if somebody comes to you today and says, listen, this is my idea, and you say, just wait for next, 6 weeks, I'll get back to you. I don't know if that's going to work. I think you got to hear them out, feel the pulse, see if that business model 6 months ago was not valid. Maybe it is valid now.
Yeah, I mean, you took the words right out of my mouth. As I was going to say, first of all, even if I've tried it, it may have not worked before, but maybe now it'll work. And, certainly if I haven't tried it, I can't say I know everything. And sometimes a different perspective works. I mean, I would consider, it depends on the employee and it depends on the idea. If you're talking about completely reorganizing the company, that's going to be harder to pull off than if they just say, like, oh, move the water cooler over, 6 feet to the right. And so you could try sometimes this and just see how it works. And maybe you'd be proven wrong, or maybe you'd be proven right, but the person would get the, at least have been heard out and taken seriously.
Regardless, I'm glad you didn't like shove me in a corner and put some 20-year-old with long legs at the front to greet people.
I would never do that. That's not
I was
our
joking.
brand.
That was a joke, by the way. I wasn't in any way. I'm just saying that might work for some people. That maybe that
Well,
strategy
we do
works.
have a young woman doing her social media now.
Well, there
that
you
wasn't
go.
the part that got us. It was anyway. This guy was very visually oriented, I think.
He had a lot of it. He's no longer with us, by the way.
He had a lot of
By many years. So, well, that's great. I guess the takeaway from this is then really, make sure you hear out people who have ideas, because you don't want to discourage them.